Are you thinking of buying a home in the UK, but you are worried that if you ever sell this home, the government will take a huge chunk of your money in taxes? Maybe you've heard about capital gains tax, and now you are scared that owning a property might not even worth it. I have been in that shoes. I've always thought about it carefully, so you are not alone. Okay, in this video I'm going to break everything about capital gains tax down, and I hope this helps, especially the immigrants that are so concerned about if they are eventually going to settle here, or if they are going to leave the country, and what if they want to sell this property. Let's say you want to relocate to Australia, or you want to go to the US, and then you are thinking, is it worth it? Should I invest in buying a property here? What if I want to go and then I want to sell it? Am I going to make any gains, or will the taxman collect all the money? So in this video, I am going to debunk everything, break everything down, just so that you are no longer afraid to get into the property ladder. Okay, you can do this. We can do this. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the big question is this: when you sell your house, do you pay tax on just your gain or on the whole price of the house? The simple truth is this: in the UK, you are taxed only on the gain. That is the profit you make when you sell. Okay, so let's assume you bought a house for 225,000 and you are selling for 235,000. So your gain here is 10k. So what they are going to tax you is on the 10k. Let's assume that it is your main home. Okay, if this house that you want to sell is your main home, you have been living there since you bought the house, then it means that you will pay zero capital gains tax on this property. Okay, now that's because of something called private residence relief. So this means that whenever you sell the house, the home money is yours, except for all the payments, the fees that are associated with selling a house. As long as you have lived here, you likely owe no tax at all when you are selling this property. Okay, what if you bought this house under shared ownership? Now, if you bought a shared ownership property, let's say you bought 50% of a flat or a house, and then you decide to sell this property, don't worry, you are still only taxed on the share of your gain. So if you bought 50%, of this same house we are talking about for 112,500, it means that, and then you are selling for 17,500, so it means that you are going to be taxed on 5,000. Generally. But then if it is your main residence, the same relief will apply, which means you are not going to pay any tax on this. Now let me specify or explain why this matters to immigrants. Let's have a real chat. Okay, many immigrants, they avoid buying a home here in the UK because they are not sure of how long they are going to stay here. They worry, what if I move back home in a few years? What if I have to sell? Am I going to lose my gain to the taxman? I understand. This fear has stopped a lot of people from building equity and long-term wealth. And I'm here to assure you that you don't need to be afraid of others, because now you know the truth. I am here. Okay, if it is your main home, you are likely protected. You can sell that property without buying a new one, so you don't need to remortgage. Okay, you keep the gain, no capital gain tax, and in most cases nobody is going to stop you from owning in the future. Owning a home in the UK can be one of the best decisions you make. And now that you have understand how tax works, when you sell, you can move forward with confidence. Okay, now this is for a lot of us that would love to travel, because I know that a whole lot of us come in here with a plan to travel to another country, maybe Australia or the USA, and you are probably spending a couple of years here, maybe 4 or 5 years here, and you have been thinking, oh, should I or should I not buy? Buying a property is an investment. Okay, it is an investment. Generally, as a rule of thumb, every property you buy in the UK gives you a gain of 4% every year. It increases. The price of the property will increase by generally 4% in a year. In some places, it could be more. So it all depends. But what I'm trying to say is this. Instead of paying mortgage in form of rent, for your landlord, and you have saved up some money for deposit, you can use it. Okay, you can use it to buy a house, so that you are now on the property ladder. You have invested that money, and it is making money for you. Your money is actually working for you. Now, eventually, if you decide to leave the country, you can sell this house, and you're not going to pay any capital tax on it, okay, on your gains. The only money you are going to pay on this is maybe valuation fee or solicitor's fee. All of those, you will get to know about all that if you are buying your own house. So all of those fees you paid while buying your house, they are typically the same kind of thing that you will pay when you are selling. So you're not going to pay tax when selling. So please, let us not hold ourselves back. Let us not hesitate. Let us not be too afraid to invest in our future, because time waits for nobody. Trust me, time waits for nobody. If you go to that same country, you will start afresh, because you are going into a new country, so you are going to start afresh. So whenever you can, feel free to build your wealth wherever you find yourself. Make your findings. Do your research, okay? Do your research. I am not giving this advice as a financial advisor. I am only a nurse in the UK who love everything finances. I am a nurse in the UK, in the NHS for that matter, with low income, but I'm able to build my wealth even with this low income. And I am passionate about giving this information to people, making us all financially aware, of all of these things, just so that we can take some bold steps, make informed decisions. Okay, so I hope that you have learned something from this video, and I hope that this is going to help you to take that bold step in confidence. Stop keeping your money in the bank. Stop keeping, when you're seeing the 10,000 naira, when you're seeing the 10,000 pounds in your bank account, you think you are wealthy. That's a poor mindset, okay? So think wide, think rich, okay? Think like the 1%, So don't let fear hold you back. Make your findings, calculate your risk, and take that step, okay? I'm always here for you. So drop a comment with your questions. I reply to all. Share this with a friend who is thinking about buying or who is afraid of buying. And please, I beg you, subscribe for more financial wisdom made simple, okay? And I will see you in my next video. And remember, you deserve to own your own property, okay? Not just to rent. You deserve to live in your own house without anybody knocking on your door, or without anybody surprising you with, oh, I want you to leave the house this month. It makes you so unstable. So what is stopping you from buying your own house? Please tell me. Tell me, because if you watch my videos, you will find that I am so keen to help people, especially people on a low income, to invest, no matter how little. We need to do better, okay? And I am hoping that my presence on this platform is not in vain. I am hoping that there is a percentage of people that I am helping, no matter how little. I am hoping so. So I'm going to make some more videos explaining a whole lot of terms that you should be aware of if you want to be financially literate. I am also going to be explaining a whole lot of different ways of getting into the property ladder, even with your little money. I have in my previous video, I have explained about how you can own a property with practically zero deposit, and I mean it. And in my next video, I am going to explain how you can go into shared ownership. You do not need to be afraid of all of these things, okay? So please, let's take advantage of these things that are available to us. Let's not keep ourselves or hold ourselves back, okay? Let's say you live in this same house for 10 years or 20 years, and then you decide to retire back home, wherever home is. By then, you can sell that property. By then, it has built equity for you. And then, whatever it is, you go back home with it. And I mean, go and check all the properties out there. Any property that was built in the last 5 years, go and check how much it is now. So I hope this helps. Okay, take care of yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.